Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay, but obviously given the weather, and as a student pointed out, you would think people in Cleveland would be used to driving in snow, but that doesn't mean we always can drive as safely and as quickly as we would like. I'm Raymond the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs here, and sorry, I have lots of titles in this particular context, also Professor of Law, Co-Director of the Center for Law, Technology, and the Arts, and also for this particular event, the Faculty Advisor for our Journal of Law, Technology, and the Internet, which are both co-sponsors of this event. I'd like to first acknowledge Professor Craig Nard, the founding director of LTA, who's here and will be participating with us throughout the day. I would also like to acknowledge Gabrielle Lahat, our Symposium editor and organizer, who put together this wonderful event, and Kate Godelaire, the editor-in-chief of Jolty, and of course, always Nancy Pratt-Cantor and Alice Simon, who are the two wonderful people that organize these events and do all the administrative detail that makes them happen. Otherwise, we wouldn't show up on time and wouldn't have microphones that work and all of that. I'd also want to apologize for the dean, who would have liked to be here to introduce this event and welcome you all for coming here, but as a result of his decanal duties, he's unable to attend this morning. I will try to keep my remarks brief, as usually substantive comments from the person doing the introduction and welcome are rare. But obviously, I mean, one of the issues we're dealing with is the fact that the Supreme Court has long said that patent law applies to anything made by man under the sun. And historically, that wasn't much of a concern for us as we were inventing machines and very basic inventions that most people would not question as being inventions, as being part of the ambit and scope of patent law. Doesn't mean we still didn't have debates. I mean, we still had the concerns over whether or not property rights are essential. In fact, we just had Saul Levermore here from Chicago talking about the idea that we don't really need property rights. Right? I mean, in fact, many of these concerns and incentives for creating and inventing could be dealt with by panels that award prizes. On the other hand, we also are then faced with the question of, well, is it property rights being essential to this, or is necessity the ultimate mother of invention? Now, obviously, when we deal with life and deal with, more importantly, the modification of life in terms of patent law, these questions all come to a head. And so I wanted to acknowledge Gabby's foresight in thinking how important this issue is and bringing together this wonderful group of people here. And one last acknowledgement, because it is quite above and beyond the typical commitment of our speakers, and I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Stankovic, who not only joins us from Macedonia, but when his flight was canceled in Newark, rented a car and drove from Newark, New Jersey through the night to come here and be here on time.
It is a Macedonia. I think it's 2 minutes from here. Some of them are probably thinking, well, that's nice.
So all that being said, let me get out of the way and let our wonderful panelists start to engage in this fascinating